Hi guys, welcome to my little country kitchen. My name's Marianne. We are going to be cutting up this little bad boy. It's pink banana squash, but first I need to clean off the table and put away my water glassed eggs that I did yesterday. I do have a video about that if you want to check that out. I'll link that in the thingamajig below. So let's get started. Okay, I'm prepped with my biggest knives. Let's see how this goes. First chop, pretty easy. Wow, look how beautiful that is. That's more orange than an orange. Need to get a bowl for all these seeds. Heard this is the best way to clean out pumpkin or any kind of squash. Wow, that works really well. All cleaned out. That'll be a perfect little serving for me to eat. So it's the first one I'm gonna bake. Wow, I'm glad I picked this one. Look how thick this flesh is. Birdie! I am gonna save some of these seeds. I mean, look how big they are. This handful is more than enough. To save seeds, you let them soak. I'm going to let them soak overnight so all this pulp they'll pull away from the pulp, and then I will let them dry out tomorrow. Poppy, get down! Silly baby. You're hungry? Okay. Come get your dinner or your lunch. Hey, baby. I want to get a large one. Some wide mouth used lids, save them. At least a couple for this. That is so satisfying. Okay. So these seeds are great dewormers for humans and chickens, or any animal really. So I am gonna divide them when I roast these little ones. I am gonna put some on a tray to roast for us as well as snacks. Any local friends or family who wants some of these seeds, let me know and I'll save you some. Perfect. Well, look at all that. There's probably 200 seeds in there. That's a lot. Okay. This first batch, I'm just going to stick in the oven. It's already preheated to 350. Probably at least an hour. No butter, no salt, because these ones are going to be put in jars. Because I'm going to show you 3 different methods. As you can see, this has the thinnest skin. It's very easy to peel. Wow. For someone who's not as wimpy as me. The wider peelers, it might work better. It's just awkward because it's curved. Okay, good enough. First method of preserving is canning. So I'm going to fill up these 5-quart jars because that is what will fit in my Presto canner. I just want to try it out to see how we like it and the texture that comes out of it, because it does have to can for 90 minutes in a pressure canner. This new method of me slicing it into chunks first and then skinning it was way better because it fit the peeler a lot better. Cut the bottom off of these 2 end pieces so they could sit flat on the tray when I'm roasting them in the oven. Adding some salt to make it more delicious. And some butter so it soaks in while it's baking. This makes it amazing. It adds a very nutty flavor when you add the butter while it's baking. Okay, these are also going in the oven, but I salted and peppered these because I'm going to eat these today and tomorrow. So I'm also doing meal prep. Okay, so I'm just topping these off with warm water. 1-inch headspace. And I have heard that you can dry can pack squash. So I'm gonna leave one without water to see if I like the difference in texture and flavor. I'm not going to do any salt or butter or anything like that. I can season them after they come out. It's way easier for me right now. And get my 4-jar canning rinse. Favorite lids. Haven't had one fail yet. You saw how big that squash was. I could have had at least 2 batches of canned ones, but I wanted to try different methods. So these ones are going to go in the canner. In my Presto digital pressure canner, I did pressure can for 90 minutes. Now it needs to warm up. Okay, they're all in there. Put the lid on, lock it. It'll warm up, then I push play again. It'll tell me until I push play again. You've seen that process a lot for me, so we'll come back in a little bit after 90 minutes. I'm about to feed the chickens a scraps and I realized I had my house slippers on. I just got these. They're My Pillow, My Support slip-on slippers, and I got them in this color so I wouldn't be tempted to go outside. So I just remembered because I'm gonna go feed the chickens. Change my shoes. Okay, now I'm ready. Let's go. As you can see, my garden is all dead. Some really sad flowers over there. Okay, let's go feed these chickens. Give them a treat. The nesting box is working out great with the rolling one. Although, if you see all the way back there, they are laying eggs over there. All the way back in that corner, you see they're laying eggs underneath the coop. That's annoying. So, anyway, I did kind of scare them away from here, but, well, that's my fault. Here, girlies! Here, chickies! Come and have a snack! We already have freezing weather here in Utah, and I've plugged this in, and it already melted their water, so that's good. I need to clean that out. That's a mess. Come and have a treat, girlies! Yummy! Yummy seeds! Okay, the first batch came out perfectly. I did turn it over. It's charred beautifully. That's why you put it directly on the sheet pan to get it charred. I did want to do cubes, but I didn't want to cut it all because it was kind of tough for me. This is cooled off already. And these look great too. I did turn one over. These were bubbling full of butter. Can't wait to eat that. And now we're gonna go on to the next part of the other process of preserving. My squash is all done, well, at least the first round anyway. So I'm eating lunch. I had to try some, just salt and butter. It's really sweet, really nutty, buttery, of course. Perfect kind of squash. It's very flavorful. It's even packs more of a punch than a butternut squash, so highly recommend getting your pink banana squash for your next pumpkin project. This is my new favorite tool to scrape out seeds and cooked pumpkin flesh. Works awesome. As you can see, the second method I'm doing is going to freeze dry the majority of it because I want to see how the texture comes out and see if I can still use it as like a side dish as eating squash. So that is my little experiment I'm doing with this one. And I'm cutting these up into smaller chunks because I know they are too big to freeze all the way through and then dry all the way through. I had one tray left that I didn't want to leave empty, so I am using one of my little end pieces that I added butter and salt to, just so I would have a completely full freeze dryer. And to see if there's a taste difference in adding the salt and butter first. Harvest Right is having a Black Friday sale all the month of November, so please check it out. There is a link in the thingamajig below. Okay, so we ended up getting perfectly 5 trays because I ended up using all my little rounds because I wanted to have the whole freezer bead tray. I was supposed to start this, but I forgot. It should be fine. Okay. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow, or maybe a little longer. And the squash is done. And then had to wait for this to cool off completely for that pressure thing valve to go down. Okay. Very pretty. Oh, I forgot the vinegar again. Here's the one without any liquid to begin with. You can obviously see the difference. Yeah, crated half. Okay. And it looks like some did cipher because the water is colored. It's not for you, baby. Well, already pinging. Gotta love those 4 jars. I'll take prettier pictures tomorrow when they're not dirty. The third preserving method is by far the easiest, just sticking it in a bag and tossing it in the freezer. Now that it's freeze dried, I'm gonna rehydrate it and see how it turns out. Warmed up some water in my tea kettle. Let that sit for a minute. Okay, it's already rehydrated, so that didn't take very long. You can see it's very soft, almost paste-like, and they didn't stay in chunks, so it wouldn't really matter whether we pureed it or not. Yeah, it literally tastes exactly the same. Some bites need more flavor than others, but other than that, that's good. That'd be great to take camping on the go. Perfect side dish. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on the 3 ways to cook squash. Check out this video you might like as well. And if you think I've earned a subscribe, smash that like button or press it nicely, either way. Okay, see you on the next one. Bye guys. Oh, and remember that Harvest Right is having the best Black Friday sale starting now until the end of the month. So look down in the thingamajig below and then you can find that link. Okay.